Good afternoon, Gills fans. Welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV. It is Saturday afternoon. It's a 1 p.m. kick-off today at the Men's Priestfield Stadium as Steve Evans Gillingham host Paul Cook's Ipswich Town. We're about 10-15 minutes away from kick-off, so team news is in. Gills for the third game in a row in Sky Bet League One are unchanged. So the 11 in full is Jack Bonham in goal. A back four of Ryan Jackson, Jack Tucker, Robbie Cundy and Connor Ogilvie. The midfield will be Stuart O'Keefe, Kyle Dempsey, Tommy O'Connor and Ollie Lee. And it looks like Jordan Graham will be supporting Verdane Oliver. Big news, obviously, is that both Oliver and Dempsey are fit after picking up knocks in the midweek victory over MK Dons. In terms of our opponents, Paul Cook's first 11 is in. There's a start in place for former Gills goalkeeper Thomas Holy. And it looks like a very talented front pairing of Troy Parrott, the lad on loan from Tottenham, and James Norwood, who we know all about his goal-scoring exploits at Tranmere Rovers in League One and League Two in the Conference. Andre Dazelle, one I picked out in the week in the preview as a player that should thrive under the stewardship of Paul Cook. Teddy Bishop highly rated as well. They've got a strong bench as well. Caden Jackson's back on there, Freddie Sears, Gwion Edwards. So it's a really strong Ipswich outfit that we're going to be up against this afternoon, and we're going to have to be at it. But I'm confident we can get a positive result. And as I say, on Thursday's match preview, I said a score draw 1-1. And I'd be very happy with that point against a good Ipswich side. Right, we'll bring you footage as and when the game gets underway. 5 minutes gone at the Priestfield. Not a lot's really happened, to be honest. It's been a couple of balls in behind from Ipswich that Norwood's not got on the end of. It's been a midfield battle in the main, but Gills have got a chance now to get a good ball into the box. Jordan Graham's just been brought down. He's just limping away at the moment, holding his left leg, but I think Kyle Dempsey's going to take this, probably 10 yards outside the penalty area on our right-hand side. Yeah, Jordan Graham still looks like he's holding his left hip at the moment, and quite a substantial hobble, so we'll keep an eye on that, but it's going to be Dempsey or Tom O'Connor, I think. The referee's whistle's just gone. Graham and Dempsey have walked away, so it's going to be Tom O'Connor. Here it comes. Little clip into a dangerous area. Flick header. Oh, is that gone? Jack Tucker! Gills lead after 6 minutes. Ball's flicked on. Jack Tucker at the far post. Full-time volley. Smashes it past Thomas Holy. 1-0 to the Gills. Just over 10 minutes gone and Gills are playing some really good stuff. There's a good passage of play in the middle of the park. First, Stuart O'Keefe gets it in the centre circle. Turns, gives it to Tommy O'Connor. He goes past his man. Little ball inside to Ollie Lee. Gets it out of his feet. Drop on the shoulder, but drags it wide for a goal kick. But it's not the first time that Gills have got it down and have tried to play through Ipswich. This isn't just long ball stuff that we're doing at the moment. And dare I say it, we've been the better side in the opening period. 1-0 to the Gills. Big call here for the referee and the linesman. Jordan Graham gets onto the byline. He comes inside. He looks like he's getting into the box. Contact from the Ipswich left back. Jordan Graham's claiming a penalty, but the referee said a free kick. Just looking at the replay now. Yeah, I think the contact is just outside, in fairness. That's a good decision from the referee and the linesman. But it's another dangerous and promising position for the home side. Going to be Tommy O'Connor again. It's literally a yard outside the box and a yard from the goal line. He's whipped it in low. It's hit the defender. Comes back to Dempsey. Smashed it into the Brian Moore stand. 15 on the clock. 1-0 Gills. Almost 2 for the Gills. Ollie Lee with a brilliant Cruyff turn. Drag back edge of the box. Left-footed shot. Thomas Holy's as motionless he is for the opener. It's smashed against the post and gone to safety. Gills deserve to be in front, and it could be 2 instead of 1. First quarter of the game's gone here, and Gills comfortably the better side. Should be 2-0 up. Ollie Lou's not been at it the last couple of games, in my opinion. He's been absolutely superb in the opening 22 minutes. Very unlucky not to add to Jack Tucker's early opener. Verdane Oliver up against Insiala, the centre-back for Ipswich Town. Absolutely bullying him, winning everything in the air and on the deck, and providing to be a really good focal point for our attacks at the moment. But we're mixing it up really well. That's the good thing. We're hitting him when we need to, but we're also getting it down and playing through the thirds of the pitch. And yeah, we definitely deserve our lead with 23 minutes on the clock. 25 minutes on the clock when Ipswich have finally put something together. First, James Norwood gets down the left. The ball breaks to the lad Harrop, and he tries to get a shot away, and it's blocked by Robbie Cundy, who's been really good in this opening 25 minutes. They've just earned a corner, the Tractor Boys, as well. So first set piece that we've really got to defend coming into our box. Here comes the corner now, in swinging. Comfortable for Jack Bonham, who claims it under his crossbar. Still 1-0 to the Gills. Ipswich have just had their best spell of the game. They've kept the ball for a good couple of minutes. The ball gets clipped in by Bennett from the right-hand side. Troy Parrott, who I mentioned in the build-up. Overhead kick, cannons against the post with Jack Bonham a spectator, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Just the warning that Gills have still got a game to win, haven't they? This is not done by any stretch of the imagination. Still 1-0. Corner win for the Gills here as we just go into the final 15 minutes of this first half. A flick header from Chambers, the right back's gone out. It's going to be Jordan Graham. Here it comes now. That's very, very deep. Dane Oliver's headed it back into a dangerous area. Ollie Lee's kept it alive. He's appealing for a penalty. It's been given the other way. Ollie Lee's asking for a penalty. Referee blew his whistle, got excited for about a second. He's given a free kick to Ipswich. 12 minutes to play. Nearly a big opening for Ipswich. Jack Tucker makes the initial error. There's a ball clipped over the top. Just looking at the replay now by Teddy Bishop. Jack Tucker gets caught underneath it. James Norwood's away, bearing down on goal. Jack Tucker doesn't give it up. Norwood pulls the trigger. Jack Tucker gets a brilliant block and it's gone out for a corner and he atones for his own misjudgment. Still 1-0 to the Gills. Not long till the break. Comes the corner now, left-footed. It's really poor. Ryan Jackson's cleared it from the corner of the 6-yard box and Ipswich have had to come back towards halfway to their captain Chambers. He's trying to drive into midfield now. Gills have got to put someone on him here. Dempsey let him run, but he's now got and engaged. Ryan Jackson's done well to pinch it. Can Gills break? Ryan Jackson at pace. He's giving it wide to Jordan Graham. For Dane Oliver, Stuart O'Keefe trying to get into the box on the left-hand side. Jordan O'Graham stands up the left-back. Ball comes into the box now. For Dane Oliver's going to keep it in. Ball's gone out of play, unfortunately, so it's gone out and gone for a goal kick before drifting back in. So still 1-0 to Gills, 5 minutes left in the half. Into injury time here, 2 minutes been added on at the end of the first half, but it's just been another really good passage of play for the Gills. Carl Dempsey linking up with Ollie Lee. It's another little Cruyff turn from Lee, drills a good ball across the box. Inciala has to hack it clear from inside his 6-yard area. 40 seconds gone of this 2 minutes of injury time. If it goes in at 1-0, Gills deserve to be leading at the break. Free kick to defend in a really dangerous position with about 40 seconds left in the half. First, Robbie Cundy. I'm not sure whether he's fouled, but he's trying to see it out for a throw-in. James Norwood pinches it off him, and then Ryan Jackson's a bit over-eager to try and stop them breaking into the box, and he clips the fella. It's literally 3 yards outside the box, left-hand side for Ipswich, so it's going to be... I'm not sure, actually, looking at it, they've got a left footer and a right footer over it, so we'll see what's going to come from this. Gills have got one big bit of defending to do before half-time. Here it comes now, referee's whistle's gone, it's going to be right-footed. Poor free kick, it's hit the wall. We've done the first bit really well. Clock's gone over 2 minutes. Gills, the referee, should be blowing the whistle. He's looking at his watch again. Ipswich have been forced back to nearly halfway, which is really good from the Gills' point of view. Chance for Bennett, comes onto his left foot, ball into the box, good spin. It's been charged down by Tommy O'Connor and Jack Tucker's hacked it up and away, and we've managed to see that bit of danger out. Half time at the Mems Priestfield Stadium. It's Gillingham 1, Ipswich Town 0, and Gills deserve their lead at the moment. Both sides have hit the post in that first half. Ollie Lee with that arrowed effort from the edge of the box, hit the inside of the post and bounced away to safety. Up the other end, Troy Parrott, acrobatic effort, hit the outside of the post with Jack Bonham beaten and went out for a goal kick. Right at the beginning though, Jack Tucker, really good finish for a centre half. First time volley with inside the 10 minutes to give us the lead. We've had chances, we've had really good periods of play to go and extend that lead. Ipswich have had their time though with the ball. They grew into it as the half went on. But in general, Gills have been pretty good defensively, kept them at arm's length. James Norwood grew in terms of his influence, but I think Jack Tucker and Robbie Cundy have handled him pretty well on the whole. The fullbacks have been decent enough as well. And in terms of the midfield, everyone's been absolutely spot on, working hard and using the ball really well. For Dane Oliver, like I've already mentioned, has been a real handful. Yeah, just another really good team performance from the Gills so far, and it's probably got to be a case of more of the same in the second period. We know Ipswich will try and come out of the traps really quick and put us under pressure, and the key will be managing it and see if we can see out that first 15-20 minutes and then try and pick them off on the break. But so far so good for Steve Evans' men. 1-0 at half time. Going to be Ryan Jackson taking this throw in deep in the Ipswich half on the left hand side in front of the Medway stand. Here he comes now. He's gone short this one and mixed it up. Jordan Graham gives it back to him. Touch out of his feet back to Carl Dempsey. Angle's all got a bit narrowed here. Carl Dempsey's done well to keep it. He spread the play out to Jack Tucker. Ball into the box. Little flick by Stuart O'Keefe for Dane Oliver. Oh, it's a great tackle. Just as Dane Oliver was about to pull the trigger, that could easily have been 2-0 to the Gills. 6 minutes gone in this second half, and Gills have started the second period as brightly as they did in the first. They're pushing Ipswich back. They're having to resort to long balls over the top, which we're dealing with pretty comfortably in the form of Robbie Cundy and Jack Tucker at centre-back up against James Norwood. Going forward, we've created a couple of half chances already. For Dane Oliver stabbed one wide. We've earned a corner. And then that half chance from the The long throw in from Ryan Jackson. So a really promising opening first few minutes to this second half. It's all about maintaining these standards and these levels now, Gills, and managing the game properly. And if it continues in this vein, there's no reason why we cannot go on and claim all 3 points. Still 1-0. 61 minutes gone. There's not a lot happening in the game at the moment, which suits Gills down to the ground. It's 15 minutes out of the half that's already been taken away. Ipswich haven't really changed the way they're playing. We're still dealing with their long balls pretty comfortably. It's just been a free kick given to the away side. A bit of wrestling between Jack Tucker and James Norwood, but I've got no issue with that. Fair play, Jack Tucker standing up to Norwood. Wily old centre forward at this level. Here comes Ryan Jackson's throw now, launched into the box. Dane Oliver's won the first header, but it's been cleared. Stuart O'Keefe will recycle possession. Into Oliver's feet. Little spin from the big man. Jackson down the line to Jordan Graham. Got 2 for company, plays it against the defender for a throw-in. Very good play from Gills. Still 1-0 up, just under half an hour to play. Big chance for the Gills to double their lead again. Ryan Jackson's long throw into the danger area for Dane Oliver, of course, wins the first header. Ollie Lee's free at the far post, doesn't generate enough power with his header, unfortunately. It's easy for Thomas Holy. That's a big chance, still 1-0. Free kick here to the tractor boys, about 40 yards from goal, just right of centre, but should never be a free kick. Tommy O'Connor's done really well to track his man, gets a toe on the ball. Referee, for some reason, blown up and given a set piece. Be fuming if we concede from this now. Here it comes. Teddy Bishop into the dangerous area as a header. One. It's gone in off the crossbar. It's 1-1. Totally undeserved for Ipswich. Was never a free kick in the first place, but we've been pegged back with 64 minutes played. Gills have responded well to conceding that equaliser, in fairness. There's been a couple of times where we've tried to burst through the middle of the park with Carl Dempsey. Him and Dane Oliver got in each other's way a little bit at the end of that move. Ryan Jackson's been decent this half. A couple of times he's got us out of trouble. He's just burst down the right wing and had a cross charge down. He's going to take the throw in himself. Still 1-1. We're into the final 20 minutes. Corner for Ipswich here, and Gills have got some defending too. Ipswich have just made a triple change. Freddie Sears among one of those that's come on. I think Flynn Downs as well, and it seems that they're ready in Caden Jackson as well for another change. Robbie Cundy, immense header in his own box to clear the header. Ipswich have had to go back towards halfway. We've defended that pretty well. Stuart O'Keefe trying to press them, but they've broken down the right-hand side. Got a bit of an overload. Conor Ogilvie goes to meet his man. Cross comes in. It's been well overhit. Freddie Sears will keep it in. Ryan Jackson for company. Ryan Jackson's done really well, forced him all the way back. Carl Dempsey might pinch that actually, which he has done. Can he give that to Jordan Graham inside? Can Gills break? For Dane Oliver trying to join the attack. Ball in outside for Carl Dempsey. Can he get there in front of the left back? He can. Ball into the box. For Dane Oliver, 2-1 for the Gills. Brilliant finish. The centre half missed it and Verdane slaps it in at the far post. We're back in front. 2-1 to Gillingham. Let off for the Gills. It's nearly a second equaliser for the Tractor Boys. Corner comes in as a header at the far post. Hit the top of the crossbar and we've smuggled it out for another corner. 76 played. 2-1 to Gills. It's going to be an out-swinging corner from Teddy Bishop this time. Here it comes now. Great header from Big Verdane Oliver, who's been superb throughout. He's tried to pinch the second ball as well, but he hasn't. Someone's going to have to go out and meet the ball. Good defending from Carl Dempsey. He's keeping it in. Seen it out for a goal kick. Superb defending from the skipper. 13 to play. Into the final 11 minutes at the Priestfield. Gills are making their first change. It's Ollie Lee's coming off. He's been decent today though, Ollie. Been really good. Really unlucky with that effort in the first half that cannoned off the inside of the post. Should have done better with a header second period. But when he's had it, he's linked play really well and he's worked hard without the ball again. It's John Akindi coming on. So it looks like 2 banks of 4 for the Gills for the final 10 minutes plus injury time as a 4-4-2. Akindi will go up alongside Big Verdane Oliver. 3-1 to the Gills in the final 10 minutes. That should be game, set and match. And what a finish it is from Verdane Oliver. He has a chance first of all. Thomas Holy comes out of his box, smothers it. John Akindi from 30 yards scuffs the finish. But then we clear up the possession again. It breaks to Verdane Oliver in the left-hand channel. Darts inside onto his right foot and swings a ball delightfully into the far post. Thomas Holy watches it go in. 3-1 to the Gills. We're nearly there. This could be a huge 3 points. Going to be a bit of injury time at the end of this second half. There's been a break in play. Jack Tucker's up on his knees at the moment, being treated by Gary Hayman's. Big bandage round his head for a cut, it looks like. I'm not sure whether it was a clash of heads or an arm, but Jack Tucker's back up on his feet and absolutely fine. Just having to change his shirt because he's got blood on that, such as the protocols in the modern game. But yeah, 86 on the clock, but you'd imagine there'd be a fair chunk of time added on. Still 3-1 to Gillingham. Said there'd be a fair chunk of injury time at the end of this second period. I didn't expect 7, but that's what's just gone up on the board. So Ipswich will be thinking if they can get one in the next couple of minutes, they might still rescue this. But in terms of performance, Gills have been absolutely superb to a man again. This is right up there at the moment in terms of best performance of the entire campaign. And it's just a case of managing this properly for the last, 6 minutes now. Still 3-1. Second change for the Gills with a couple of minutes of this injury time remaining. Jordan Graham's not had loads of the ball second half, but what he's done today, his defensive work has been a lot better than in recent weeks, and he's put in another really good shift on the back of that really, really long night we had chasing the ball against MK Dons on Tuesday, and he's been replaced by Alex McDonald for the final few minutes of this game. There's just over a minute to play looking at the clock. Still 3-1 to the Gills. 2 changes is now free. Steve Evans doing all he can to run down the clock and break this up as we approach full time. Tommy O'Connor getting a well-earned rest. He's been superb this afternoon. He's been replaced by Robbie McKenzie for the final few seconds. Free kick to the Gills. We're in the 9th minute of 7 added on there. I'm not sure where the referee's added an extra minute. There's only been 2 substitutions. If you say 30 seconds for each of them, the whistle should have gone. But surely this is it now. Jack Bonham's going to hammer this downfield. Referee whistle to his mouth. John Akindi flicks on. There is the final whistle. It's finished at the Mems Priestfield Stadium. Gillingham 3, Ipswich Town 1. That is a really, really good performance from Steve Evans' men this afternoon. Scored early, managed the game really well to lead at the break. Got pegged back by a really unfortunate leveller after what I said wasn't a free kick in the build-up. Ball going in off the underside of the bar. But what a response from the boys in blue. Really good team goal for the second. Carl Dempsey and Jordan Graham linking up down the right-hand side. Dempsey sweeping a really good ball in, and Verdane Oliver with a really good striker's finish at the far post. And then his second of the afternoon to seal it's a really, really good goal. That'll be up there in terms of contenders for goal of the weekend at the very least, and potentially goal of the month. All in all, a really good afternoon's work for the boys from Kent. And we currently sit 10th in the league table, albeit starting earlier on than everyone else today, who kicks off at 3 p.m. Right, that is enough from me. Thanks for watching as always. It's been a really enjoyable one today. Please keep liking, subscribing, retweeting and doing all the usual. Be back Monday to look back at this fixture before looking ahead to Fleetwood away on Tuesday night. The Gills are starting to build some real momentum, which is great to see. That's 7 points in a week from 3 really tough games on paper. Right, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next time, up the Gills.